Alright, this is Victor, HistoriaMercedes.com. This is our 500E. We're working on it still, so as we see, we got different rims and tires for now because the original ones were already dry rotted. I have to go back in there for the blow resistor because it did fail again. It's in there, so removed all of this to get it. It's actually not here, it's underneath in there. So remove that and ordered another one. So the fan, let's go back to the fan real quick. I don't have a problem with the fan because the fan spins well. It's okay. I mean, I don't think the fan was a problem. So it is spinning well, and we'll leave fan alone. I'm just gonna buy another blow resistor. I opened the original one up, not the original, but the one that I received. So I don't see power transistors on the other side, so I don't think I can get to it. It's all sort of like a molded piece and like weird, bizarre, kind of like, I don't know, I don't want to deal with that. That's too much time. So I started working on doors, on door locks rather, because we don't have proper motion of the door locks. So I localized the problem to this door. I mean, it didn't work in the first place, but the vacuum pump is there, so I had to do work on, I had to check individual lines. And this is what I found. And basically I found the breakage, and I'll tell you what happened here. Here is our broken pipe, broken hose. As you can see, it's been eaten, I think, because the cut is not straight. It's sort of at the angle, and all the shavings around as well. And the reason why it was eaten is because I'm thinking the mouse got from here and found its way in here. The good news is like I don't see any other damaged cables, so we're okay in this department. I think the mouse was here for a very short period of time, so there is not even a smell, so this is a great thing. Obviously I'm going to clean that up, but this is, no, I don't really smell it. There's no smell because I've seen cars with mice nests, and nah, it usually smells badly. But over here is what we have to do. I'm just going to join these together, and we should have no loss in our vacuum and pressure circuits, and hopefully the door will lock and unlock properly at this point. So this is where we are right now. So far so good. All actuators holding a vacuum and pressure, so this one even holds vacuum and pressure, but because the hose is broken, obviously. Now obviously we're gonna have loss of pressure and vacuum. Now this pocket was removed at some point. I don't know what was the cause, but I think if you look really closely, you're going to see an outline of a screw, and then you see this other outline on the outer, like this outer edge of the opening. So that appears to be an outline from another screw. I might be mistaken, but this is what I see. These seem to be original, so I don't think anybody, well, I don't know why it looks like that. Maybe it is supposed to be like this, who knows? Because these don't seem to be tampered with. They seem to be exact position where they came from factory. Okay, so this is a quick update of the 500E operation repair, and next thing will be, once I sort the doors out and test them out, next thing will be to do the seat track, because this seat doesn't move properly. Okay, this is Victor at HistoriaMercedes.com. Thank you for watching. Hello, this is Victor again at restoremercedes.com. This is another update for 92500E W124 for Oscar in New York. Okay, so this is another 5-minute video. I did open up the door. I lubricated the mechanisms. Nothing is broken yet, although the window regulator in that area is moving, but we'll leave it alone for now because it's probably started to move just because everything dried up. All the slides, all the jaws, all moving parts, they were really super dry. So now I lubricated it and it actually moves quite well. Let me show you real quick. Not gonna take much time for it. So this is the operation now. Up, down. Outer seals are a little tight because they're dried up, but window works fine pretty much. The driver's side is a little faster, but because I put new jaws and all that stuff. So, but for now we'll probably leave that alone. It's not used as much as the driver's side door. And second thing is the seat. So what I'm doing here with the seat is I removed it. This is the seat removed and basically taken apart. So I'm gonna fix this. If I would be able to, I'm gonna just put it back in the track. The leather is out, as you can see, same up front. But this is not the biggest issue. Our biggest issue was to get the cable for the right side rear adjustment of the seat. What I realized is everything seems to be okay. The motor, it's still loose because I'm not putting it back together yet. So what happens here is we have this cable driven system, and cable driven system, this part goes in here to turn the gear. You have a potentiometer over here just to tell the motor how far it moves, and this thing goes there. Let's see if I can show you. This thing goes in there, and then the cable goes through. Kind of tight in here, but that's just the way it is. So let's see, I'm gonna put the cable back inside like that. Alright, so now it's all in place, and the cable is supposed to go and engage into the gear right there. Here's our cable. Alright, so now this is all kind of loose, but that's for demonstrational purposes only, obviously. So the cable goes in. See, my problem here is the cable went in there. My problem is it does not come out far enough on this side. So therefore the motor is turning, but there is no engagement. As you can see on the other side, cable comes out much further. So there is good engagement. Comparing the two, comes out to about maybe half an inch. This one comes out barely coming out. Now what I'm gonna do is, I don't think it's a cable problem, I don't know why. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull the cable outwards somewhere about maybe like this, right? It's still engaged in the gear, but as you can see it came out much further. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put something inside so the cable does not go inside more than it needs to go. Therefore it will always be pushed out more, and there will be good engagement with the motor. That's my approach to this, because I do not understand how possibly cable can become shorter. It just doesn't make any kind of physical sense. It's a steel cable and it's just weird. I don't know why. But as you can see, when I push it right now in this state, it just goes in all the way almost. So there is no motor engagement here. So that's my approach. I'm gonna remove all that stuff and I'm gonna stick something in there, maybe like a little ball bearing or something. Whatever I'll find, maybe a piece of a drill bit or something like that. Just have to be very precise, and off it goes. Alright, so this is all for now. This is another 5-minute segment on the seats and the window track. Alright, so this is all for now. This is Victor at restoremercedes.com. Thank you for watching. Victor again, restoringmercedes.com for Oscar, New York, 500T, W124, just to show what's happening here. Now, put on accessories on. So now what we have here is the seat is back, and now, as we can see, the seat moves up and down in the rear portion. It's not binding on the right anymore. I had to align it because it was not left and right gears, they're not exactly mirror, and also the right one has a stoppie to it, so you have to align the gears before you put the cables back together into the motor. So it's all aligned straight, and the seat moves in all directions, no problems. Headrest, oh, that was in there for a while. So anyway, it's down, up and down. So that's that. The door panel is back in place. I did replace the actuator just because I was there, so might as well. I had one, so I replaced it. The operation of the window, as I showed before, is pretty good. Very nice. Now, so what else we have here done? Just want to show you a couple of more things. The window regulator, not the window regulator, the blower motor resistor should come soon, hopefully today even. So let's get inside for a second. What I did is I did repair the mirror. So finally the mirror works. And before I show you, I want to go back to this area. Now what I wanted to do is, the shifter was very sloppy, okay, and it was bothering me a lot. Put on e-brake. So it was bothering me a lot, but now nice and precise. So for me to get it done, I had to go and pull it up because the bushing was bad. So I replaced the bushing. It was not really critical, but it was really ridiculous to drive a car like this with loose shifter. So that was done. But while I was doing this, I had to disassemble everything here. I had to remove this piece, switches and all. What I realized is this piece, somebody was here before, definitely 100%, and they screwed up a couple of things, and clips and a few things were missing, so I reattached everything nice and tight. But this panel was all cracked and broken, so I had to do something about it. Now these pieces were broken off, so I did some plastic weld, and I glued them, and I also relocated the staples to the areas where they would staple back into wood again, nicer and tighter. Same on this one. This little piece slides under, so that has to be nice and tight. On this side, these were broken as well, even though the switches were not loose, but they were all cracked. Okay, so when I pulled it, the switches became very loose. So the same story here, staples relocated, re-glued, plastic weld, and so now so good. So that's that thing. While I was also at it, I get access to headlight switch because this is also broken. So I had another one from an S-Class. Unfortunately, it did not fit this car because the knob is different, so we'll get that replaced. So let me pause this video. I'm going to put the panel back in to show you mirror operation, and then that will be this progress video report basically. Okay, so let's continue. So the panel is back in, just last screw to put in here, and then put on the storage compartment, and also put the light bulb in here to illuminate the gear selector. And let's look at our mirror now. So the mirror, you can see it is moving pretty much all directions now. That's up all the way, and that's down. So this is done as well. So we're coming along pretty nice, and basically I'm waiting for the blower resistor, I'm waiting for headlight switch. Interior seems to be alright. I'm not dealing with the sunshade, but I did push it down so our headrest fall down feature works, because if this isn't done, then headrest would not activate. So this is all for now. This is coming along, and this is Victor at restoringmercedes.com. Thank you for watching.